Welcome to SuperTalk, a podcast hosted by Hillside Public School Superintendent Glover. The goal of SuperTalk is to provide an informative platform where Hillside Public School students, staff, and stakeholders can have a candid conversation with the district superintendent, as well as be spotlighted for their hard work and initiatives. Hillside Public Schools, welcome to another episode of Super Talk with Superintendent Glover. And as you can see today, I'm joined by my favorite group of students, Hillside High School students and our J.E.T.S Club member. Let's give a round of applause to all of our, y'all gotta clap it up now, you're applauding for yourself. Now this is being recorded, so make sure you bring your best self. All right, smile, you good? We're gonna have fun. So today's episode of Super Talk is, I wanted to spotlight these very accomplished students. These students have been part of our J.E.T.S Club, many of them for 3 years, but they've also been participating in national competitions. And I think it's important to know who's representing our school district and what they're accomplishing when they go out there. So, before I get into the questions, and I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, we have a wide array of grade levels here represented. We have sophomores, juniors, and seniors. So we're gonna start with ladies first, let them introduce themselves, their grade, and a fun fact.
My name is Sarah. I'm a sophomore, and a fun fact about myself is I love pink.
You love who?
Pink.
Oh.
Color.
All right, I got you. I don't see pink on the day, but all right, Sarah.
My name is Martide. I'm a sophomore as well, and a fun fact about me is I like the color purple and technology.
Purple and technology. Okay.
My name is Wrench Daslin. I'm a junior, and my fun fact about me is I play saxophone.
Okay, saxophone.
My name is Justin. I'm a senior. Fun fact about me is I play soccer, and I scored yesterday for the senior team.
Justin scored on senior night. Justin's excited about that. What was the final score, Justin?
6-0.
6-0, and that means that since he scored and the other team didn't, Hillside High School soccer team won. Congratulations on senior day. All right, so let's get into it. Let's talk about J.E.T.S. Who wants to define what J.E.T.S means?
All right, I'll go.
All right, thank you.
So J.E.T.S stands for the Junior Engineering Technical Society, and to sum it up, it's really just a mix of STEM, like, science, technology, and engineering and mathematics.
She jumped in there real confident. I love that. Say it again so everybody understands clearly, because again, we want to showcase, but we also want to teach people as we're doing this.
So J.E.T.S stands for the Junior Engineering Technical Society, and it's a mix of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, which is STEM. And
this is your second year participating in it, correct?
Yes.
And what drew you to becoming a member of it? I'm asking the same question to everybody, but what drew you to becoming a member of J.E.T.S when you first arrived at the high school?
So when I was here as a freshman, I was in algebra, and my teacher said that he thinks I'd be a great fit for the club. I checked it out. I wrote an essay. My essay was pretty good, and I just liked the environment and the opportunities that it had for me.
Little did you know you were going to be traveling across the country when you joined, did you?
Yeah, I didn't know all that.
That's good. Justin, what drew you to the J.E.T.S?
To be honest, I remember I was sitting in my geometry class, and I get called outside from Missy Bong. She gives me a paper, and she's like, I have a permission slip for you. If you join my club, there's a chance that you could go nationally and go to Florida and travel to Disney World. And I was like, I'll take it.
I'm sorry. So Disney World got you to join the J.E.T.S?
Yes, sir.
That's all right. That is, it wasn't about the STEM, it was just Disney World, huh? But here you are 3 years later. Did you go to Disney World?
Unfortunately, no, we didn't have enough funds, but I spent a great time over there in Florida.
That's good. So you did make it to Florida just to make it to Disney World. That's a beautiful story. Wrench, what about you?
So this one day, Mr. Brooks had called me out, and he told me he thinks I would be a good fit for it, and that I got a free trip if I go. So basically, yeah.
What? These free trips? Boy, I tell you. But since you end up being in, this is your third year in it, right?
Yeah.
So that was your freshman year they called you out.
Yeah.
And now you stayed. What made you stay?
I probably stayed because I enjoyed doing the competition for one, and because I wanted to help support Missy Bond, obviously.
Oh, look at that. Shout out to Missy Bong, who's the advisor. She's been doing Jets for many, many years. I don't want to quote how many years exactly, but good shout out to Missy Bong, who has been the catalyst for making sure that you get to these competitions. Sarah, what about you? Here you are. Now Sarah's story is unique, and I don't know if she'll share a little bit of it, but Sarah came and found out about the Jets, and what made you join?
It was initially Mr. Brooks that called me out and told me about the J.E.T.S Club and wondered if I'd like to join. And at the time, I didn't know we had a biomedical club, so it was like engineering is the closest thing to the major I want to study, so I joined.
Now Sarah joined as a freshman, but not just being a freshman new to Hillside High School, you were also new to the country, right?
Yes.
Explain that journey, because explain where you're from and your journey.
So I was born and raised in Haiti. I went to an all-girls school, and my experience there was pretty good. Catholic all-girls school. There were pretty much no drama. It was pretty much focused on all academic. There were a lot of clubs, so I was very strong in math and French because that's what we did there. I didn't have any issues. But I didn't think I would come to the United States until I needed to go to college. I thought I would come here to study and then come back and practice in Haiti. Unfortunately, the country state has made me come here sooner than expected, but it was a nice journey. I learned a lot and I like it over here.
So within a matter of months of just being here, you also now get introduced to the Jets. Mr. Brooks. So Mr. Brooks introduced
No, I got introduced by Mr. Cisco.
Mr. Cisco. Brooks,
Mikosi.
Mikosi. So it's a beautiful thing that your teacher saw something in you that made that recommendation. But being recommended is one thing. Actually participating in the club is another thing. And now, once you join the Jets Club, what has it taught you? What have you learned by being a part of the Jets? I'm gonna start with you, Justin, since you are a senior person in the room and have been a part of it the longest.
There's a lot I've learned over the years from being inside the Jets Club. I've not only learned like different ethnic groups and about different people, I've also learned more into like the science and math section of the Jets Club.
Ranch, what about you?
I'd probably say I learned a lot of values of teamwork from the Jets Club, and then obviously since we're a STEM-focused club, yeah, like science and math, so things like that, science, math, engineering.
For me, I can't really put a word on what I learned. I learned so many things. It's like overwhelming in my brain. Like I still think about the week and how great it was to participate in all the competitions that was held there with the festivities. So honestly, it was just all a new experience to me. I mean, I was a freshman, so yeah.
I think that when you go back and look at what has happened in the last several years, I just want to read a couple of accomplishments. I think it's important. The team has performed and qualified as one of the top 10 national finalists for the first time in the history of the Presentation Challenge. That's what took place this year in Nashville, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
The competition in Nashville. Hillside High School participated in several conferences. You've been in Orlando, Florida, Nashville. Where else have you been?
We specifically haven't been anywhere, but
No, just
Florida and Nashville. I also know that you have placed here in the state, right? And in order to go to national, you have to place here in the state. So when it comes to competitions, the Hillside High School J.E.T.S Club has done quite well. Those experiences allowed you to travel nationally, but the work that you've done locally has allowed you to be able to even be in contention. So kudos and applause and shout out for that. Talk to me about some of the projects you've worked on. I remember a couple years of projects you worked on that involved the New York City tunnel. I'm gonna just get it right. I don't want to make a mistake. Yeah, the Lincoln and Hollow Tunnel catwalk robot. I remember that project. But some of the projects that you worked on, talk to me about what those projects have meant to you and what's been inspirational around those projects.
when you're talking about the projects, are you talking about the ones that we did nationally or the ones that we did when we were trying to qualify?
Qualify.
When we were trying to qualify. When doing the projects when we were trying to qualify, it was very difficult. A lot of thinking with limited amount of time. It's very hard. Puts a lot of stress on you. But when you have a team of diverse students, I think the great minds that the students have, it really allows us to build a unique connection to overcome the challenges.
It sounds like the J.E.T.S Club really has has an emphasis on teaching collaboration and teamwork. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
And that doesn't always work out in the best because sometimes your teammates you don't always agree with. Has it also taught you about how to deal with challenges and differences and disagreements? Would you say that's also the case?
Yes.
Yeah, I see that. So you're resounding yes. How has that played itself out in the way you resolve matters in your personal life? Do you think about the work that you do as a Jets club student in your own personal life and how you resolve conflict or work with other members?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I will say is that coming to the J.E.T.S Club is obviously about teamwork, but I was also coming with teamwork because I was also new to Sarah because I didn't know her because I grew up in Hillside, but I didn't know Sarah. And I didn't know Justin and Wrench too well because, well, I was a freshman. So it makes me like have to think deeply and understand that people have different backgrounds from where they're coming from, and everyone has different personalities that you have to learn. So it does also make an important part in teamwork.
You guys have been able to marry your differences and maybe who you are, how you arrived to the work to create something very promising and to be able to go into the nationals. When you were told that you were going to go to the nationals, especially as freshmen at the time, tell me about that feeling.
I was especially happy because I was gonna go on a plane again. Though the experience is very scary, I do like it, and also it was great knowing that the district paid for everything, so I didn't have to bring anything. I was getting taken care of.
Shout out to the school district and the superintendent for making sure that happened. Justin, what about you? That was your third trip? Your third national or your second?
That was my second.
Second one. Talk to me about that. What was that feeling?
I was shocked. I was for my second one, right? I was shocked again. I was surprised. I was like, wow, because I had a new group, a totally different group. My first group, I was super happy with them, and my second group, I was afraid that we weren't gonna make it, but I had faith. I had faith, and I was really shocked that my faith actually stood.
That's good. That's good. Wrench, what about you?
From what I probably said, it came from like there was a feeling of familiarity because I already went there, and then also excitement because since I already had went to Florida the year before, I was definitely excited to do all of it again because it was a great experience.
When you arrived, especially in Nashville, because you all have that experience, and you see teams from across the country, right? What boosted that level of confidence that you were prepared and you were ready?
Actually, it kind of made me feel insecure because all the other teams seem like very confident, very sure of themselves, and it was my first time coming here, so I felt like I didn't have enough experience, but everything went well, everything went good, and we played tough things, so that was amazing.
Let's go. So the feeling of being a little insecure, but once you got there and especially after you did the work in place, that feeling went away. What was your takeaway from your first experience of being there?
Oh, okay. So for me, I don't normally like go to places like out because I have a really big family. So like it'd be hard to get everybody out the house on a time that agrees with everyone's schedule. So when I first landed in Nashville, I was like, oh wow, Nashville, the music, like Music City. I love music. We went to the competition. I checked into my little room. I remember just feeling so excited, especially because I was sharing a room with her. So like it was just like also time for me to get to know Sarah more. And I remember when they called Hillside's name for placing in the top 10 finalists, I was just like so excited. I didn't even know how to feel. Like I just jumped up. We all like ran. I was wearing heels. Like I thought I was gonna fall, but it was just so exciting. Yeah, it was just really good to feel.
That's a wonderful experience. Anytime you get a chance to, first of all, go something nationally and showcase the region or the town that you're from, the high school you're from, that's in and of itself a big experience. Then to actually place, I'm sure that brought another level of high emotions inside of all of you. So when you think about being a part of J.E.T.S, if you wanted to go out and recruit other members from the high school, I'm going to give this question to Justin since you are a senior. How would you sell the J.E.T.S program? Would you go out and tell them Disney World is an opportunity, or would you sell it a different way? How would you sell it?
I would say you get a unique chance to explore different parts around the world. You get to explore different people. You get to learn something new about people around the school.
How would you sell it? You're a junior and you're saying you've been doing this for 3 years. How would you sell it?
First, I'd probably say it's a time away from home. You get a vacation. For one.
You guys love selling that vacation, don't you?
Definitely. Two, I'd probably say it's a warm community, and three, I'd probably say it's a good thing to show like colleges, not even just colleges, but colleges, other education programs and jobs that you're involved in the environment that is high school.
Talk about the projects that you're thinking about working on this year. Have you begun talking about the projects for this year and what you're going to work on?
So we do know what the prompt is, but like not the prompt, like the theme for this year, but they didn't give us the essay prompt. So we start essays, I think, in November.
Okay.
So it's not until we start the essays first. Everything kind of slowly rolls in after one another, and then we do the state qualifying competition here with all the teams. And yeah, we don't really get to know until they give it to us on their time.
What's the theme this year?
Engineering from the past.
Engineering from the past. When you hear of that, what does that make you think about?
Like I think of like maybe like old architectures, or just old stuff. I don't know, the past.
What about you?
Probably inventions leading like that evolved over time.
Inventions that evolved over time. Who in here is proficient in using AI? Artificial intelligence.
I use it quite a bit.
Don't worry. I didn't ask. I didn't say who was using it to do anything unethical. Like who's using it? How do you use AI?
I use it sometimes to make study plans or like whenever I want to like make it shorten something for me and summarize something. It's to save time.
Time saver. Summary guides. How do you use it, Sarah?
I enjoy writing. I write books and poems, and I usually use it to check my grammars and extend my vocabulary, give me tips on how to improve.
You can write in French and in English,
Yes, I can write in 3 languages: Creole, French, English.
and you are more proficient. Well, how long have you been learning the English language?
I started in 5th grade during the pandemic era
Okay.
to watch Gasha Live videos because I enjoyed that and I wanted to understand them in
Okay.
English.
Okay.
So I learned that, and then when I came back to school, I was a new person.
Ah, look at you. I see. Has that been a difficult transition for you when you began doing work in the Jets, like the terminology, the aspect of engineering, or was that pretty seamless and easy for you to understand?
When learning a new language, you learn words every day, especially the pronunciations. I read books in English, like I love reading books, and when I read them, I just make up a pronunciation in my head, and then I say them out loud, and I realize that's not the right pronunciation. And I thank God every day that I am here with my friends so they can correct me so I don't say it in front of like superior people.
Were you embarrassed? Did you second guess yourself when you joined the Jets club?
No, not really. Even if I did not fit in, I think it would be a great experience. And maybe like when I'm doing applying to college, it would be a great thing to put on my application. So no, I did not.
Justin, when you think about this is your last year, it's gonna get closer and closer to graduation day. Tell me 2 or 3 things you might carry with you into your college life that you learned during the Jets program.
That I might carry into my college life, like just for college or just in my life.
Just in your life in general.
Just in my life in general. I feel like I'll carry the memories with my friends and people I've cared about over the years. I'll also carry the knowledge, and I'll also carry the diversity of the Jets Club.
I've heard that mentioned quite a few times as a common theme, that there's an appreciation for the diversity of the Jets program. Did you make any contacts or friends or new acquaintances when you were in Nashville?
Yes.
Have you stayed in touch with them at all, or via email, social media?
Not a lot, but yes, we do sometimes exchange a few words.
There's going to come a day when you are probably sitting in another part of the country and you might run into those same people as an experience of being part of the Jets. Wrench, as you think about it, you still have another year and several months before you graduate. But how will you take some of the activities that you've done here as a Jets Club member with you in post-secondary life?
I'll probably take away like the step-by-step problem solving that I'd like learn over time from being in Jets, and I'll probably take away like definitely the academic portion of it because it is very like math intensive.
What do you think you want to study when you may not know the college you want to go to? What do you think you want to study when you go to
Probably biology.
biology?
Yeah.
What do you want to study? You said, Justin, again?
Screenwriting.
Screenwriting. I remember that. That's deep. And what about you, Sarah?
I'm thinking either pre-med or biomedical engineering.
Biomedical engineering. Okay. I know you have an idea.
Yeah, computer science.
That's all right. Listen, this is the right space for you to test your skills, right? But what I love as a theme that's come out today is about relationship building and being able to work together, no matter where you come from. That's pretty powerful. And I want to give you all credit that not many young people in your age bracket have that sense of confidence to be able to say they can work with people from diverse perspectives. So I applaud you for that. I don't know if the audience can really see the accomplishments that are on their lanyard because many of you have several buttons. But let's talk about some of the buttons that you have on here. Let's start with Wrench first because you have yours on. Talk to me about some of these pins that you've received over the course of time.
Well, actually, only 2 of these are like up from us. There's a pin trading event over there, but I do have a finalist pin that they gave us when we got top 10 in the project, and then obviously I have like very generic teams version, which is like just a competition in general.
Okay. What about you, Ms. Martin?
So one of my favorite parts about going to the competition was the pin exchange because you got to meet new people and you got to talk to them like, oh, would you like to trade this for this? And like, you know, I remember I met somebody from another school, like they even took like a photograph with all of us, I think. Like this one is like somebody who's running for a campaign. This was a theme for last year, finalist pin, some New Jersey pins. And to be honest, like a lot of them I bought myself and I just traded with people and they were cool with having it. So I like all my pins. I love them.
So there's a pin trading exercise that takes place during the course of this. All right. So that's a way of getting to know each other from other places.
Yeah.
What's another activity that took place in Nashville outside of the competition that made you appreciate the fact that you were chosen to go to Nashville?
I'll go.
Mhm.
So at the resort, there was like a gym, an indoor pool, and an outdoor pool. So, and there was so many people that came for the competition. Like everywhere you turn, you would see somebody who went to the competition. And when you spend times like going to like, let's say the pool, you get to see somebody from the competition. You guys, like I think I saw them playing like volleyball in the water with some of the kids from the competition. So it's like really like meeting people from different places. Like, yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, what she said about
What she said?
yeah, you definitely meet a lot of people like doing anything, whether it's just like day-to-day activities or you're just trying to have fun. Like I just spent a lot of time in that pool.
Ah, would you consider yourself an outgoing person or a shy person?
Outgoing.
What about you, Sarah?
I'm a very shy person.
You are.
No, I don't talk to people unless they talk to me first.
Were you shy in Nashville?
Yes, I was. I actually gave her my pin
gave
so
me
she
all her
could
pins.
talk.
Sarah, I would never have known that you were shy. Justin, what about you? You consider yourself an outgoing person or more reserved?
I'm very shy.
You're very shy? And how was it in Nashville then?
All my pins, I gave it straight to this guy. All my pins went straight to this guy. He started trading them all for me.
So you didn't want to trade?
No.
That's interesting. But how does that? What makes you come out your shell? What makes you feel comfortable? What's going to open up you your conversation? How would someone introduce themselves to you and say they want to just engage in a conversation?
I feel like with since Missy Bong is always over there, and I was at Wrench, and also the 2 ladies over there, I also feel like I can express myself a little bit more and not be as shy.
That's good. I think these experiences, a lot of times we don't know what we're going to get into, right? And it's the academics, right? So sure, J.E.T.S is an engineering course, it's academics, it's focused on STEM-related activities, but it's also a space where you get to know who you are, right? And get to develop and evolve. And sometimes that's what happens out of these clubs. So it may have been the trip that kind of inspired you, hey, I want to join. But when you get into it, you may realize that you find out a little bit about yourself that you didn't know. Do we know where this year's competition is?
DC.
Washington, D.C. So, if I'm not mistaken, if I go back, our students have been to Orlando, Louisville, and Nashville. You didn't go to Louisville?
No, sir.
Okay. And this year, Washington, D.C. And the theme this year is engineering from the past. And I'm expecting to hear that all of you are going to D.C. this year, right?
Yes.
Even though you would have graduated by the time the D.C. trip,
Yes.
you still should be able to go, I think.
I believe so.
I think so. I think we can make that happen. All right. Anything else you want to share about being a part of the Jets Club, or any other closing thoughts that you may have about being a Jets member? I'm gonna start with the ladies.
J.E.T.S Club has been my welcoming club basically from when I first started here. It was an amazing experience meeting a lot of new people. It was also my first time writing such a long essay in English with terms I'm not very familiar with. So it was definitely a learning program for me.
That's good. Good to hear. Martine?
What I'll say is Jets is a really fun club to join, especially like regardless if you're shy or if you're an extrovert. It's like it helps to meet new people and connect with people from different states all around America. And one thing I will say is that to join Jets, it also does come with dedication and wanting to be serious about the club, as when deadlines come and we have to respect those deadlines given to us. I think the time they give us for each project is fair and it's all doable. So just to be serious about it if you want to come and have fun.
Like that. French?
I probably would like to leave off by saying, don't get lost in the benefits of Jets Club, and definitely do that SUMC Bonk tells you to do it, because that's one of the key factors in making sure that we qualify for nationals in the first place.
That's good.
I'm not gonna lie. I have to mention the food.
Wait, I forgot about that.
The food when you're getting there, when you're trying to get recommended for nationals, and then the food that you get with Missy Bong, I think is quite a memorable experience.
So there's a lot of perks here. You get to travel for free. You get to eat good food
For free.
but you get to build good relationships. I haven't had the opportunity to see all of you evolve in your day to day, but I'm gonna just say I've seen Martine since I first arrived as superintendent of the district, and to see your maturation as a student and to see your confidence is very, very, very pleasing for me.
Thank you.
I want to say that you represent your family well, you represent Hillside as a community, and you definitely represent the student body of the Hillside Public Schools in a very right way. All of you do. And I think that you have to have good leadership, and you have to have a advisor like Missy Bong who pulls that out of you, but yet you have to let your own personality come through. I've seen your confidence level has always been high since your days of when I saw you at HIA, and now you're here at the high school, and I'm glad you chose Hillside High School to continue your career. I'm sure when you go to college, you're going to still do well. I can just see that confidence. But I'll stay in touch, right? Because even though you're going to probably go to different universities, you still should be able to draw on these experiences, because that's a common theme, right? And you never know what these relations may look like. You may end up working with each other in your careers. You may start a business together. And that would be exciting. Just invite me back just to sit down for some, good food and travel. But I definitely welcome it. This has been good. I love talking with the students because I get a chance to learn a little bit about you. Justin, I appreciate you being a well-versed, diverse student here at Hillside High School. I appreciate you you've been here 4 years.
Yes.
Yeah, I appreciate you dedicating your 4 years here, and I'm glad you had a good last soccer game. Something I'm sure you will remember. But for all of you, continue to be great students, be great people, and continue to represent the work of the Jets and all the other clubs you're involved in very well. Hillside, let's give a round of applause to these students. Great job in knowing them and seeing them grow up and continuing to wish them well. This is Superintendent Glover with an episode of SuperTalk. Once again, recognizing our Hillside High School J.E.T.S students led by advisor Missy Bong. But these great scholars here, watch them. They're going to be somebody really important one day. You never know. They may be sitting right here in this chair doing superintendent work, even when they didn't expect to be a superintendent. I can see you being a superintendent, right? Say it loud, say it proud. Hillside, stand up. Let's get it. Let's go. All right.